All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. It is Saturday night if you're here live. It is Saturday, November 12th, 2022. If you're here watching the replay, whenever that may be, stick around because pretty much all my content that I do live has tremendous replay value. You can always learn to become a better and more positive person watching this content, whether it be live or on the replay. And if you're not here to engage live in the live chat, feel free to ask your questions in the chat. Or not in the chat, in the comments section. The comments section. Now, before we get to tonight's show, it's day 12 of the Life-Changing Positivity Challenge. Let me first of all make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And it just did. Thank you, Team YouTube. And also, let me make sure that the back end of YouTube is rolling smoothly. My allergies today have been kicking my ass. I'll share more about that in a little bit because I spent some time with my lady today. I headed down south closer to her neck of the woods, and man, my allergies were just really acting up. And I took my my Allegra. Actually, I used the Kirkland Costco brand Allerfex, which is, I believe, made by Allegra, just at a much cheaper price. And I used that earlier. Didn't really help much. And now I just used my my Flonase, and everything is just breaking up. And if I struggle to get some of the words out tonight or mute to cough it out for a little bit, please forgive me for that. But hey, I'll make it. I always do. All right. Welcome to day 12 of the 30-day positivity challenge. And tonight, the topic of this positivity challenge episode is be constantly and consistently nice. One more time, be constantly and consistently nice. Now, when I say be constantly and consistently nice, I don't mean to be, a walking doorknob. I don't mean to be for you to be a doormat. I don't mean it to be nice to the point of where people step all over you and take advantage of you. What I'm saying is to get your mindset into a constant positive mindset instead of a constant negative mindset. This is a switch in your mindset, because all it truly takes for you to become a positive person, if you're negative, is to change your outlook, change your mindset, and just say, hey, screw it. I'm tired of being a negative Nelly or negative Nancy or whatever your name is, right? I'm tired of being negative. Starting right now, effective immediately, I'm going to start looking at the world in a more positive way, and that starts with me, right? It all starts with you and how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you choose to show up. Now, tonight, I don't know what kind of traction we're going to get here. I mean, wow, we have 8 people, 7 people. It's fluctuating. People are getting the notification. And, I don't know what kind of turnout we're going to have. But I will be answering any questions you folks have in the chat regarding any of your personal or professional needs. I will also be answering questions if you're a YouTuber and you're struggling to grow your channel out here, or you're struggling to create your positive content because you've been infested with the drama disease. That's okay. We can talk about that if you're going through that, as long as we're not mentioning names. I do want to help people learn to work through that because I'll tell you, folks, what I continue to see out here on this platform that some people do just to get views and subscribers and super chats and donations, and how they are manipulating people and how they're coming off hypocritical. saying that they're not going to do certain things, or telling people not to do certain things, and then they themselves doing the things that these other people, were told by the same person not to do. Send me the StreamYard? Oh, Jesus, baby. Okay. Okay, well, my baby wants to come on. My baby wants to come on. Babe, you're lucky. I actually have a StreamYard all set to go. So give me a second here. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me a second. All right, babe, I just sent you the StreamYard link. I'll be listening for the bloop, the little sound when someone pops on StreamYard, and we'll have you pop on. And you can go over what we have planned tonight. My lady doesn't even know what I have planned tonight. I told her, hey, I'll launch a StreamYard, and if you want to pop on and you feel up to it when I go live, yeah, no problem. Let me know in the chat, and you can pop on in. If not, no big deal. But tonight, folks, I've got another great article I'm going to be going over tonight, and I guess my lady's going to be joining me to go over it. And it's from the website spirituallivingforbusypeople.com. And the title is The Reason Why You're Struggling to Be Consistent and How to Fix It, right? And in this case, it's going to be, I'm going to, pertain this to struggling to be consistently positive or consistently and constantly nice. Okay. So again, like I was saying at the beginning of the show, when I say be constantly and consistently nice, it's not, to be overly nice where people step all over you and take advantage of you. It's to just be a good human being and be a positive human being. Strive to, be positive instead of negative. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to the browser source here. And when my lady pops on, where is it? Where is it? There it is. When my lady pops on, she'll just, join where we're at. The reason why you're struggling to be consistent and how to fix it. There's a quote at the very top of this article. It is a simple and generous rule of life that whatever you practice, you will improve at. Elizabeth Gilbert made that quote. One more time. It is a simple and generous rule of life that whatever you practice, you will improve at. Practice makes perfect, right? And that is my baby. That's my baby. Let's bring her on. Hello, baby. Is that you?
That is me. Hi, how are you doing?
Great. How are you? It's a great pleasure to have you here. What a pleasant surprise.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for allowing me to come on.
Allowing you to come on. This is half your business. I mean, you're my life partner. Why would I not allow you to come on?
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'm not, baby, hold on. I'm not trying to be sweet. I'm being honest. I'm saying this is half yours. You and I are building this together. I love you, but go ahead.
Yes, thank you. But no, I just wanted to comment on that. You were saying about being like consistently nice, and if you are consistently positive and nice and have that attitude, it's going to make you feel better, and it's also going to make other people feel better. If you're walking around with like a sour face, like I'm just like, what's your problem? But like, like today when we were at our lunch, our waiter was just so pleasant and happy and, you know, just a nice person, you
Oh,
know?
yeah. Yeah.
And and while we were on our walk, lots of people walked by and just smiled and said hello. And that's the kind of attitude you have to have out there,
Hey, baby.
you know?
I was just about to mention that we hung out all of a sudden today at the last minute because your ex that you know shares custody of your dogs, and I know it sounds kind of weird, but they're good friends, and he has a new girlfriend, and obviously you have a new boyfriend, me, and he's a really good dude, and he wanted to come and spend some time with the dogs, so I met you halfway, and we went to a park that we, have walked at several times in the past. We haven't been there in a while, so we decided to meet at that park. And we went and had some lunch at the Olive Garden, the
Yes.
Olive Garden, and great food. Carb overload, carb central. But very, very good stuff. And I'll tell you, the Olive Garden, man, man, I remember when the Olive Garden cost half as much as it does now to eat there. Man, inflation, baby, huh?
Yeah. But I will give it up for them because they do offer those take-home meals for like $6,
Yeah, they do.
and they are a good portion.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, what you pay
So,
for when you're eating there is you're paying for the server and the dining experience, and just just being in an environment where you're being served, you're being taken care of. So that's why
yeah.
it's cheaper to
Yeah,
take
exactly.
out. Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, no, I was just saying exactly. You're paying for the ambiance and all of
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. Let me go back to full screen for right now. Are you watching this on your TV? Do you have your TV on?
Oh, yes, I got it all set up and ready to go.
Okay. Are you going to be sticking around for a little bit here tonight? I'm going to be going over
Yeah.
this article um, on the website Spiritual Living for Busy People, and we're going to be talking about the reason why you're struggling to be consistent and how to fix it. And this is, being consistent at anything you want to accomplish, right? It involves
Yeah.
being consistent and persistent and doing things constantly in order to be successful. Just like what we do here on YouTube. How often do I create content, baby?
Um 24/7.
Well, it may seem like that. I do take some days off every now and then, but pretty much I try to put out at least one piece of content every day, whether it's live or pre-recorded or sometimes combination of both. And
But you're
honestly, that's what.
constantly thinking about your next show or your next
Yeah,
piece of content. So that's why I say
absolutely.
24/7.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to be successful at something, you have to be obsessed with it, right? And when I
Yes.
say being obsessed with it, I don't mean it in a negative way, right? If you want your relationship to work, on both sides, you have to be obsessed with the relationship. I wouldn't necessarily say be obsessed with each other. That sounds bad. But you have to be obsessed with whatever you want to accomplish. Obsessed in a good way, meaning that you love it so much that you look forward to it each and every day. You constantly think about it, and you make effort for it each and every day, just like we do for each other in our relationship, and like we do out here on YouTube for our coaching business, right, babe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, my lady and I spent some time together today, and I came back home. She went back to her place, settled in, hung out with her dogs a bit. You were telling me you were going to take a nap, babe, but I guess
Oh,
you rested a
I
bit,
did.
and you just go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of like maybe 20 minutes. I just closed my eyes listening to a show, but I'm fine now.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you popped into chat. You said, "See you soon, love," before the show started. And then you're like, "Send me the StreamYard." And I'm like, "Whoa, okay, great, great." I guess if I want you on the show, baby, I just have to basically say, baby, well, you rest. And if you feel like popping on in, just come in the chat and ask for the streamer and I'll send it to you. You see how that works, babe, and everyone else? When you don't force people, when you just give them the option, right? When you just give them the option and say, hey, yeah, if you want to pop on, it's all good. If not, hey, don't worry about it. If you fall asleep and you're resting, no big deal. It's the same way with women, guys. You got to look at women as, you would look at the law of large numbers towards anything, right? You throw out your fishing pole.
The only reason, sweetie, the only reason why I wanted to rest is because, like you said, carb overload and then driving home. I just was like kind of in food coma.
Yeah.
And just being out in the sun, I just wanted to close my eyes for a little bit.
Right.
And just rest them. And then, while I was out there, I had, as you, like a bad allergy attack with my eyes.
Yeah.
So they were just burning a little bit. I feel much better. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. I gave you the, I brought a couple aspirins, a couple Advil and some of the Allerfex, which is the, Kirkland Costco brand of Allegra. I believe it's made by them. And boom.
And I want to let you know, I do have that spray you were talking about.
Oh, the
Costco
Allerflow.
Yes, I have 2 bottles here, and I packed them up already.
Fantastic.
Hey, Ginny Ann.
Yeah, hey, Ginny Ann is here, baby. Ginny Ann, I've been telling you about Ginny Ann. She's a wonderful 63-year-old woman. She's mentioned this in the chat. And she's actually a nurse, baby. And
wow, I used to be one.
Yeah, I told her that yesterday when she was mentioning this in the chat. And she actually, I believe, was stricken with COVID. And they told her that she wasn't going to make it, but she's a fighter and she's still around. And it was interesting how she found out about us. Don't say it. It's okay. I know you'd want to say it in the positive context, but we're trying to keep this show completely positive, right, baby?
But we're not going to call boss ass.
Yeah, you can call her a boss babe. You wanted to call her the boss female dog version, baby, as a term of endearment, right? Like you ladies call each other.
But that is a term of endearment. Us women, like when we call each other that, we know like that's, a good thing. I'm proud of you, girl. You're a fighter.
Yeah. And, she became a channel member. Like she, popped on in here several days ago. All of a sudden became a channel member. She hadn't even typed anything yet. And I'm like, someone just became a channel member. I've never seen them here before. They never commented. I'm like, well, thank you. And then she was chatting and it was interesting how she found out about us. She found out about us. We don't want to mention the person's name because, we don't want to stir up any drama or the drama pot. But remember that reaction video I made you aware of that channel did called Toxicity of Social Media? She was doing a reaction video to the live stream I did where we had Mrs. Portland on. And we were talking about that other, younger male content creator that stirs up the pot on purpose, to incite a back and forth to entertain his audience for donations, right? And so I watched that like, a few days after it came out. And Ginny Ann, when I asked her how she found out about me, she goes, I saw a video on you. I said, well, there are a lot of negative videos out there on me. But thank you for being here. I assume Ginny Ann saw one of those negative videos those people have done that were taken way out of context. But it was that toxicity of social media where that channel was agreeing with everything I was saying about this other dude and how he runs his channel. And Ginny Ann loved it. So she came over here and found us. And she's been here ever since.
Wonderful.
And she loves the positivity. She loves the drastic change from a very toxic and negative environment to a completely positive and uplifting environment, baby. So welcome.
Well, that's great.
Welcome again to to our world, Ginny Ann. This is my lady. You can just call her. You can call her D, or you can call her Ariel. We're not putting out her real name because these same groups of people you encountered, they want to find out who she is so they can dox her and make content off of her. We're going to eventually, bring her out publicly sometime next year, but we want to do it when we're ready. Not when other people are ready to do it, and they're going to do it in a malice way to try to capitalize off of it. What they want to do is they want to find out who my lady is, dox her, so they can, capitalize it. Yeah, look who's here. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings, baby. You haven't seen it yet because there's a 1 minute delay.
Hey, Holly.
There's a 1 minute delay between what my lady and I say here and what goes out publicly to you folks on YouTube. We do that in case we slip. Sometimes my lady, well, baby, don't say that. Sometimes you get so excited you get so excited in the moment that you let something slip. Like you forget that you're live on the air, and then you just start talking like it's a private phone conversation. That's okay. It happens. It happens, right?
Because we literally talk all day long. So
you won't leave me alone, baby. Baby, you don't leave me alone ever.
Oh my.
Baby, come on, have some fun with me. We're live. It's Saturday night. Let's have some
fun.
Oh my, I'm a little frisky tonight, baby.
Uh-huh. Same. Too bad I had to come home.
Well, I'll see you in a few days and we can make up for lost time.
Yeah. So, welcome, Holly. And I understand. I know you had some work to do today, getting your stuff all set up. So we will talk tomorrow, lady.
Yeah, Holly in the chat says, just wanted to stop by and say hello, Eli and RMP. I unfortunately am very tired, so I will watch the replay. Much respect. Much love and respect to you as well, Holly. Keep up the positivity. My lady and I both really love your energy behind the scenes in the Coach Eli moderator group chat on Facebook. And Ginny Ann, did you was that you that sent me a Facebook friend request? Let me know. I will go and accept it if you verify that is actually you. And once I do that, Ginny Ann, if you I'll moderate you at that point. And if you want to be a part of the Coach Eli moderator group chat on Facebook Messenger, where we communicate with the moderators throughout the days, let me know. We can definitely do that. Holly's in there and my lady's in there. We have a bunch of other ladies in there, and even some decent men are in there. It's all positive in there as well, and you will have access to us at the touch of a button. We really like who you are, Ginny Ann. You seem to be a good person. But thank you for stopping by, Holly.
Holly.
Holly. Deck the halls with boughs of
holly.
Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season. What, baby?
To be jolly, but it's not that season yet. We have to eat turkey first.
Baby, the holiday season starts like in November. We're in the holiday season, baby.
No, I don't celebrate, I don't get into Christmas until I eat turkey.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, baby, let's go.
I mean, I will start buying Christmas presents before that, but I don't decorate or play Christmas music or do anything until after Thanksgiving.
All right. Well, baby, let's go ahead and get to this article. And it's not too terribly long, but we'll get through half of it. We will take a break at the 45-minute mark. We are at 24 minutes right now, so in about 20 minutes we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and wrap it up, whatever we don't finish during the first half of the show. All right, so we already got to the first part there. See if this sounds familiar to you. You become fixated on some desired outcome, a healthier body, better relationships, or new skills. You join the gym, buy a personal development course, or take up the cello. I would never, I'm not into the cello. That's, anyway, I'll leave that one alone. For the first 10 days or so, driven by your motivation to meet your goal, you work on your new passion every single day. But then you gradually start skipping your practice, a day here, a day there. Before you know it, the gym membership has lapsed, you've given up on your coursework, and your cello is in the closet collecting dust. And the cycle begins all over again. Baby, let me ask you this. How many times have you started to attempt to accomplish something you wanted to accomplish? You finally got motivated enough to, start taking action. But then all of a sudden,
how many times have I joined a gym and then 3 months later, it's no longer, and the unfortunate thing, I'm stupid. I don't go and I still pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Why do you
know?
do that? Is it trying to trick yourself into actually going at some point if you
Yeah,
keep
I
paying it?
think like as long as I keep it there, I might go again, you
Okay.
know? But yeah, no, I just lose it sometimes. And I've done that with a lot of things in my life. And I've told you that I
Mm-hmm.
have to be like in a structured environment. So like being an entrepreneur and independent is kind of difficult for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is why I like that you tell me what we're doing and when we're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because otherwise I wouldn't have the motivation. And so, and the same with the other side hustle we're going to have. Like, I'm glad you're going to be there with me because it is one of those ones that you have to self initiate.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, I'm
Oh.
I'm really good at when I have a job that says be there at 8 and you go home at 5, you know, and this is what you have to do. I'm a structured person like that, you
Well,
know?
what you're saying is you need someone to hold you accountable.
Yes.
You struggle or have difficulty holding yourself accountable, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, let's stop right there.
Absolutely.
That is that, and I'm not trying to be rude here by saying this. I'm not coming at you directly, baby. I'm saying this in general. The majority of people out here in this world nowadays have difficulty holding themselves accountable. And until
Mhm.
you're able to hold yourself accountable, okay, it's going to hold you back in every aspect of life. Okay.
And
Uh,
that is what I think this is all about, is the lack of consistency, is holding yourself accountable for what you sign up for. You know,
mm-hmm,
it goes back to when you're a child and you wanna, join Little League, and then you don't wanna go anymore because you realize it's hard, but your parents tell you, "No,
yeah.
you can't quit. You are a part of that team. You've gotta
Mm-hmm,
play it out the whole season," you
yep.
know? So, but yeah, that's exactly what this is just holding yourself accountable for what you sign up for.
Right. Right. And see, a lot of people, from what I've noticed, baby, a lot of people, what they'll do is what you did. They will purchase the gym membership or they will purchase some other membership, some monthly recurring membership, and pay that as a way to try to, be held accountable, right? But the
Yeah,
truth of the matter is, no matter what you do, even if you're spending the money to do something on a monthly recurring program, you have to be, self motivated. You have to you have to hold yourself, accountable.
Accountable.
Yeah, you have to hold yourself accountable, right? And yes, it can help to buy into a recurring program that may push some people and force them to, try to use that membership every day or as much as possible because it's a monthly fee. But unless you really want it, it doesn't matter if you pay for it or not. And if you don't really want it and you're paying for it, all you're doing is wasting your money. I mean, you're a great example of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I take
Yeah.
no offense to that
Yeah.
because I've done
It's
it. I've done it in the past and I can admit my mistakes. I own everything I've done. And that's exactly why I'm out here is to help people to learn from the mistakes that I have made.
yep.
That's the same thing I've wanted with my children. Just learn from what I've done wrong. And, I mean, even if it's as stupid as holding on to a gym membership too long.
Right. Right. Let's continue, baby. This is how most of us live our lives, including me. Our lack of consistency can be incredibly frustrating and painful. We know that consistency is the key to progress. I can't even talk. Let me read that again. We know that consistency is the key to progress in all areas of our lives, but somehow we continue to falter. It's because of our mindset. It's because we fear that we're going to fail, so we just fail. If you fear that
It,
you're going to fail, most of the time you will fail. Go ahead.
yeah, no, it's that self-doubt that you
Self
have.
self doubt. Yep. Yeah, the only thing you find yourself being consistent at is starting something, then stopping before you get any results. Another thing, baby, I have seen so many YouTubers give up over the last 5.5 years that I've been doing this out here.
Mhm.
And I will tell you, even though, um, our channels out here, aren't anywhere near where I'd like them to be. They're much further ahead than they were 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. And it's even much further ahead than it was yesterday because my outlook is this. I get up each and every day and I do whatever I feel is the right thing to do to move the needle forward just a little bit each and every day. And if you just keep moving the needle forward a little bit each and every day, like I was mentioning on the show yesterday, last night,
Mhm.
eventually it's gonna add up to tremendous success. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, no, I was just laughing at you because you said, "Oh, it was last night."
Well, no, I was saying, even, we're even further ahead than we were yesterday because the way I look at it is my goal, my outlook, my mindset is that, I want to just get a little better each and every day. I
Well,
think
yeah.
of ways to move the needle forward just a little bit more each and every day. And it will add up over the course of time. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Um, each and every day we have to think about um what we can do for our future and how like we can make ourselves more secure and happy and just and it's not just about money, it's just also about happiness. It's
Right.
about your body like being healthy, it's about being in a healthy relationship. It's all of those things and being consistent and motivated
Mm-hmm.
to do that every single day.
Mm, okay. Good news, baby. We're still monetized in the middle of the show. Maybe YouTube will stop demonetizing these videos with the cleanest titles in the middle of the streams. All the ones that got demonetized were remonetized the next morning. it's just a system playing tricks. But anyway, we're not here to to talk about that. All right, let's continue here. You can see it on your screen, right, baby?
Yeah.
You may beat yourself up for this, but there's hope. Hope comes from first understanding why we fall into these cycles and then taking the necessary steps to overcome the potential pitfalls. So you have to identify what's holding you back. And in my opinion, what's usually holding people back, number one is fear. Number two is their mindset. And part of their mindset has to do with their attitude, having a shitty negative attitude instead of having a positive, attitude and outlook on what you're trying to accomplish. And in general, you want to have a positive attitude too. The reason why you're struggling to be consistent, ready for the answer? Baby, ready for the answer? Baby?
Bring it on.
The reason why you're struggling to be consistent is because you're focused on the outcome rather than the process. One more time. The reason why you're struggling to be consistent is you're focused on the outcome rather than the process. What are your thoughts about that, baby? And I'll share mine. I got a lot to say about this.
Yeah, no. I find that to be very true. Like, especially with like weight loss. If you don't see it right away, you give up. You're like, you want instant results.
Instant gratification.
You are not, yeah. You want to have that instant gratification. So it's just, yeah, it's like that. And that comes with everything. That comes with your job, your relationship. Like when you get involved in a relationship, you want to immediately be happy and be in that honeymoon stage all the time,
Yeah.
But it's work.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, baby. Absolutely. Anything else before I share my thoughts?
No. Let's read the chat there.
Okay, I'll read Ginny's comment there, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on, why people are struggling to be consistent because they're focused on the outcome rather than the process. Ginny Ann in the chat says, "Thank you, Eli." And that was me on Facebook, just as an intro. And my hubby and I really have been married 43 years. Met on a blind date in college. Wow, baby, that's awesome,
wow. Huh? That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Nicely done. Yeah. My high school sweetheart's parents,
lucky.
They met, I believe, right at the beginning of college. And actually, I think they were high school sweethearts, and they got married. They've been married since. That's awesome. Out of the shadows with Ginger's in the house. Hello, everyone. Hey, Ginger. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Yeah, I saw you just finished a live not too long ago. I'll go back and check out your replay later after the show.
Yeah, here. I will as well. I sub to you.
Thank you for being here. Now, baby, my thoughts on the reason why people are struggling to be consistent regarding what the author of this blog said. You're focused on the outcome rather than the process. What that means to me when they say you're focused on the outcome rather than the process, let me give you the best example I can come out with out here for YouTube, okay? A lot of YouTubers give up right before they're about to reach success, right? And that's because they're focused on the outcome. What is the outcome? What outcome do people want? They want to get lots of views and make lots of money and be successful and famous or whatever, right? Right?
Yeah.
But if you focus on the money, for example, a lot of people will focus on the money, right? If you focus on the money, then you're not going to be able to produce the type of content you were meant to produce. You're going to be doing things that you think are going to make you more profitable quicker. and get you more views quicker, right? But that's not really who you are. And I know a lot of people create that type of content out here because it makes them a decent amount of money quicker. But at the end of the day, it's not sustainable long term. If you focus on the process of just being who you are, focusing on your purpose, and slowly but surely connecting with the right people and building the right audience over the course of time, you're going to build a gold mine. And you're going to have a lifelong sustainable business.
Like Coach Corey Wayne.
Exactly, like Coach Corey Wayne. Coach Corey Wayne, I believe, makes a couple $1 million a year. But he wasn't doing that right away. It took him years and years. It took him like 7, I think he said like he didn't really start, making money until the 7th or 8th year of doing what he's doing now, where he's making, about $2 million a year. But he's been writing books, selling those books on Amazon. He now charges $1,000 an hour for a coaching session. It's $1,000 to talk to that guy for 60 minutes. And people all over the world pay him for it because he's good. And he is. Honestly, I feel he's worth it. I never thought in my life I would say that any person is worth $1,000 an hour to talk to. But after learning what I've learned from Coach Corey Wayne over the last 5+ years, which has helped me as well become a better man, he's worth it. So you focus on the process, not the outcome. Focus on just being who you are, creating a lot of content regarding, what you're good at, and and help people. That's it. And keep helping people. And initially, you're going to have to give away most of, what you do for free. Baby, we used to coach many, many people for free. And at times, we still help some people, that are close to us, that are collaborators, like some of our moderators. We even still help some people to a certain extent as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I could say one right now, but I won't.
It's okay. That's Dion. He's about to be a father.
Oh, you said it. Yeah. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it because it brings me back to my nursing days.
Mm-hmm.
I give them advice, because they are having a baby, and she really appreciates it.
Yeah. Out of the Shadows with Ginger in the chat says, always a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to have you here. Furthermore, Ginger says, I try to set goals.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. Furthermore, Ginger says, I try to set goals and create what I enjoy and have a passion for. Big round of applause. Could not have said that better myself, baby.
Yeah.
Could not have said that better myself. All right, let's get back to this here because we're going to be taking a break in a few, and we really need to blitz through this here. This is not to say that the outcome is not important, but if we become fixated on an outcome, it will work against us, no matter how compelling. Why? Because any outcome compelling enough to excite you is probably one that won't be achieved without hard work and sacrifice over a long period of time. And that's the problem we're having nowadays, babe. You nailed it earlier. We live in a world of instant gratification, and these newer generations, especially the millennials and then even some of the Gen Zers, it's like they've just been so spoiled in the way society is that, if they can't accomplish something, if they can't accomplish something in an instant gratifying way, they typically give up. And that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Without certain processes in place to help us, most of us aren't able to maintain the effort needed to accomplish these outcomes. The plan. If you want to achieve your desired outcomes, you must build consistency into your plan. But before we get to that, we need to define the plan. For me, the plan consists of 4 parts. So let's go through this, baby, real quick. Number 1, identifying the desired outcome. I want to become fit, or I want to be a successful coach on YouTube. I, want to be this or whatever, right? Like, baby, what is your desired outcome?
I wouldn't be your wife.
Well, baby, that's an obvious thing. Let's talk about purpose here besides that.
Oh, actually, I kind of actually want to write a book.
Oh. What kind of book?
Like a self-help, something based on, you know, affirmations and addressing people's insecurities and showing how they can deal with them.
Wow. Okay. Number 2, identifying the big why behind your desired outcome. Example, by becoming healthy in mind and body, I will have the energy to meet the physical, spiritual, and emotional needs of my loved ones. So why would you want to write that book, baby? Why would you want to write that book?
Because once I started journaling and getting stuff out, it's made me feel better. And so I feel like if I can get stuff out and help people with life experiences and, like I say, affirmations to make them feel better every day, then, that's gonna, I'll know I'm still helping people.
Okay. All right. Number 3, setting goals that will gradually get you to your desired outcome. Example, lose 10 pounds in 30 days. So if you're going to write this
Gain
book,
10 pounds in 30 days.
okay, that's great. Good. But let's keep talking about this book. Let's keep talking about this book idea. If you were going to write this book, what type of goals would you set that would gradually get you to complete this book, which I'm assuming that would be your desired outcome, to complete the book, sell it on Amazon, sell it, online, right?
Yeah. Well, like, so my first goals are to get all the affirmations and then set them up per chapter. And
Okay.
then it would be like that would be the basis of the chapter.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
No.
Number 4, developing processes to accomplish these goals. Example, 3-mile run, 5 days a week. Well, so let me step in here for a second before we get back to yours, baby. Like, my goal is to walk a minimum 4 to 5 times per week. I usually walk 6 to 7 days per week. Some days, things happen, especially when it involves my lady or my mother or my family, where, I may miss a day or two, but then I get right back to it. But, I have a process, I do it, 4 to 5 times a week minimum. And I walk a minimum of 3.5 miles, usually 4 miles. Now, for you, baby, what type of process or processes would you set to accomplish the goal of, writing this self-help personal development book in the future?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty.
And that's where I'm telling you, that's where my motivation stops. It's like, I don't know, like I have this great idea, but I don't know how to develop and process it.
Okay. I'll give you an idea. And that's why I do what I do. And number 4, if you were to come to me, I mean, you're my woman, so obviously, we're doing this together. But if somebody were to come to me with that question as part of their plan to accomplish, a goal of writing a book, what processes would I share with them that can make it happen to accomplish, the book? I'd say, okay, I want to create 20 chapters, and I want each chapter to be well written and perfected coming from me, right? So I would say make it a goal over the next 20 weeks to write 1 chapter a week and, perfect it. Spend 3 to 4 hours a day on your free time and write out the chapter and say, okay, I want each chapter to have a minimum of 5 to 10 pages, whatever it is. Now, they don't have to be the exact amount of pages. One chapter may be 10 pages, another may be 7, another may be 11 or 12. It just depends. But you have to also come up with, chapter, headings, titles, right? And all that.
Well, that's what the affirmations are going to be. The affirmations are going to be what the chapters are going to be about.
There you go. There you go. So
I don't understand that, Ginger.
Let me read that, baby. If you don't understand something, I probably do. Out of the Shadows with Ginger says, how about I send you 10 of my spare pounds, Lady E?
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I get it. Oh, I'll take them. Hon.
No, she will. She will. That's pretty funny there.
That'll bring me up to 115.
Yeah. And then you would need to gain another maybe 10 or 15 pounds after that, and you're good.
Then any of the other ladies can send me your other pounds.
Right. But yeah, baby, what I would say in that situation is, your affirmations would be your chapter headings, right? You want to figure out how many affirmations you want to have. Let's say you want to have 10. So you're going to have 10 chapters in the book. How many pages on average do you want per chapter? Let's just go with the number 10. If you have a few pages less or a few pages more, depending on how much you would need to write out for each affirmation, no problem. But that's the process right there. And I would say, okay, you got 10 chapters. Now, if you work on 1 chapter per week, right? Here's the glorious thing. And what you would also need to do is hire an editor. Yes. Because you're going to need to hire an editor. I would work on 1 chapter per week. Once you're done with that chapter, then you send that 1 chapter to your editor. And then on the next week, you work on chapter 2. When you're done with chapter 2 after a week, you send that to your editor. Then you work on chapter 3. And after you get through all 10 chapters, okay, then you have a final editing through the editor, and then you're ready to publish. And that's it. There's the process right there, right? And it's as simple as that. But most people, they get confused once they get down to number 4. You were great. Number 1, identifying the desired outcome, identifying the big why. Number 2, setting goals. Number 3, but developing the processes to accomplish these goals. And you're like, oh shit, this is where I don't know where to go. I don't know what
to do.
I'm 3/4 of the way in. And the last quarter, the last 25%, I don't know what the hell to do. So I'm just going to, and what do most people do? They just give up.
They quit.
They quit, right? And that's why I do what I do, because I can help you. We can help you get over that final hump of the last 25%.
So read that last sentence.
Developing processes to accomplish these goals. Example.
No.
Oh, the one below it. One below it. I'll focus primarily on the 4th step of the plan because it is most relevant to the idea of developing consistency. It is in this 4th step where most good intentions fall apart. There you go.
Just what you were just saying. You and I were both saying.
I was just saying that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, baby, I'm going to go back to full screen and let me see.
You need a break?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. I got to use the restroom and get some coffee, more coffee. But let me see how much longer we have here. It's 6 steps, and we're going to blitz through it quickly when we get back. So,
okay.
Yeah. Do you want to stay on a little bit more, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah. No, I'll stay on till the end, baby.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, baby. All right. Got 7 people
Yeah,
here.
no,
6 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out in your community tabs. And if you feel you're getting value and you want to support what my lady and I do so we can keep doing this, the super chat's available at the bottom. You can super chat or send a super sticker in any amount based on the value you feel you are receiving. If you'd prefer to donate via Cash App or PayPal, Nightbot's sharing our Cash App and PayPal links in the chat every 7 minutes. And on the live stream replays, once they're done processing, or even any pre-recorded videos on a monetized channel like ours, we have what's called the super thanks. You'll see a little heart on the pre-recorded videos or live stream replays that says thanks. That's a super thanks. And you can even donate that way through the Google/YouTube payment system, and it will have a highlighted comment in the chat. Out of the Shadows with Ginger says, I wing it if I'm 75% through and lose focus. Yeah. Well, I think what you're saying, in other words, Ginger, is that you find a way to figure it out. Yeah, you find ways to work past that number 4, that 75%, and that's where most people give up. And I don't want to say fail because they just give up. They didn't even try. So you can't fail if you don't even try. And that's why I do what I do, because I can help you get past that last step so you can start your journey of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish, personally and professionally. All right, baby, I'm going to cue up some music here. Any final thoughts so far before we go to the first break?
No, but I always want to thank everybody that is here, Ginger, and I know Holly's not here anymore. Who else was here, baby, that I'm forgetting?
Let's see. Well, we have Out of the Shadows with Ginger. We have Ginny Ann and Holly
Ginny
popped
Ann
on in.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Everyone else is
Yeah,
busy
so
tonight.
I just want to thank all you beautiful women for being here. Before we take this break. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let me see here. All right, baby. I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage. And
I'm ready.
We'll be back in just a little bit, baby. So backstage you go. Say bye for now, baby.
Bye.
All right. That's her famous bye. Ooh, boy. That used to annoy me initially, but I've grown to love it, because when you love someone, you grow to love everything about them, right? All right, everyone. Music is all queued up. We're going to step away for a 8 or 9 minute break, and when we return, we're going to continue with this, very well written article on how to become more consistent. And that's going to help you become more persistent, consistent, and constantly and consistently nice. We want to help you become a nicer person. That's what we're talking about here tonight. So stick around. Round. We'll be right there. yeah, we're back. Oh, I had to rush to get back. Oh, man, with this delay, sometimes you miss your cue, but I made it. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. Hope you all feel good, because my lady and I feel good. My lady will be joining me back live in just a few minutes here. But in the meantime, let's get right back to getting back to the show. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We are so full of joy and happiness here, and hopefully that's radiating off to some of you folks out there, or all of you folks, because we want to do our part in making this world a better place. So tonight we have been running day 12 of the 30-day positivity challenge, and the topic tonight is be constantly and consistently nice. One more time, be constantly and consistently nice. And I'm going to share more about the 30-day positivity challenge when I bring my lady on, because we're going to talk about who's in the lead so far to be the MPP, which is the most positive person we'll be choosing at the end of this competition, which ends on November 30th. But before we get back to that, we would just love to kindly remind you folks that what my lady and I do here on YouTube through our coaching business and our YouTube channels is primarily funded through crowdfunding and your donations. So if you feel it in your heart and soul that you're receiving value from the content you're consuming, please consider making a donation in any amount based on the value you feel you are receiving. You can do so in one of many ways. You can go below to the bottom of the chat and hit the super chat or the super sticker. You can also donate via Cash App or PayPal if you prefer. Nightbot is sharing my Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes. On PayPal, you can go to paypal.me/Coach Eli. On Cash App, you can go to $the real Coach Eli. And also one more way that most creators out here are not. Excuse me, I have an itch. That was rude. Sorry. At least I'm real. Most creators aren't even talking about this, and they're missing out. There's a new thing that YouTube launched for monetized channels earlier on in the year. Well, they were beta testing it for about a year or so, but earlier on this year, they launched it to all channels in the YouTube Partner Program, and it's called the Super Thanks. And what that is a way that people can donate on pre-recorded videos or live stream replays. Once they're done processing, you will see a heart that says thanks right below the video title on mobile or, on your computer. And you click the thanks and you can send a highlighted comment and you can choose the amount that you want to donate that way as well. So with that being said, we would appreciate any donations, but as always, donations are greatly appreciated, yet they are not required. And if you've donated in the past, don't feel obligated to donate again. You do you. You folks do what you feel. We're just, giving a friendly reminder that creators out here that create, we put in a lot of time and effort into this. And, hey, yeah. We'd appreciate any support possible. All right, let me bring back the wonderful, amazing, most beautiful lady in the world to me. And where are you? There you are. Welcome back, baby.
Hi, baby.
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great.
Great. Babe, let's get right back to it here because I want to blitz through that article we're going through. But first, let's talk about the 30-day positivity challenge. First of all, it's day 12. It's day 12. How do you feel about this? Do you feel this was a phenomenal idea?
Absolutely. And I wanted to pinpoint on that with the chat there with Jenny Ann there, because, honey, I'm not even you're a beautiful person because you're beautiful inside, and that's what I see. So I don't care what you look like on the outside. I see the beauty inside of you. Um and so that's all I wanted to say to you.
Amen. Amen. And let's talk about what the 30-day positivity challenge is real quick, babe, because we're 12 days through it. Tomorrow will be day 13.
Yeah.
So we've got 18 days left after this. We're almost halfway through. And you and I decided to do this because we wanted to make the world a more positive place. And we wanted to start out here on YouTube, one of the largest social media platforms on the planet. And also
Yes.
because I've never seen more hate anywhere online and offline than I do see out here on YouTube. So we want to do our part to try to turn that around. And we wanted to
Yeah.
start by promoting positivity in our chats. And we're not going to tolerate any
Absolutely.
negativity. Now, we have some tolerance. I mean, if you slip and you make a mistake, no problem, right? We're not going to necessarily remove you, but we're looking to see who the most positive person is going to be at the end of the month. And that person is going to get an incentive that, we're not going to mention until after the contest ends, because we want you folks to do this not for the incentive, but to become a better person and a more positive person. So anything else you want to add to that, babe, before you and I share who we think is in the lead? I have a couple of people in mind, but anything else you want to share
No,
on
I have
the...
nothing more to share on that.
So, baby, who is in the running to win this in your eyes? And then I'll share with you a couple of people that stand out for me. Maybe like 3 people stand out for me.
Um, for me, Holly,
Mm-hmm.
Ginger,
Mm-hmm.
Tam Tam,
Mm-hmm.
and Ginny Ann.
Okay. 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 Well, I'm going to mention a couple. And you had the people you mentioned, fantastic. So, but some of them have been around less time than others. And so, I'm going by, how often people communicate here, how often they show up, and how good is their attitude when they show up, how consistent are they. And I honestly have to say that as of right now, if I had to choose a winner, that winner would be, Holly's, Holly's,
Holly.
what is it? Yeah, well, I keep forgetting
Holly's
her channel. Holly's
Hauntings.
Hauntings and Happenings.
Yes.
She used to be called Holly Hopeful and Blessed, which I really loved that channel name. But she's back to doing something more true to what she enjoys, the paranormal stuff, and that would definitely make sense there. But if I had to choose a winner right now, it would be Holly, because she's been very consistent on the front lines, behind the scenes, which what happens behind the scenes, I really can't count that because it's not fair to the non-moderators, But just Holly has been a real blessing to be friends with. I've known her for over 4 years, and we've never really had any issues. We were just pinned and pitted against each other by some other crazy content creators out here on YouTube. And, we parted ways a few times over the years, but she's back and she's here to stay. She's never going to go anywhere. And she's become great friends with you. You talk with her regularly. And I just see this woman as a blessing. My other 2 honorable mentions right now, and they still have a chance to take it. What's her name? Autism Mom of 2 has been very, 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 very positive.
Yes.
And despite what she's going through to raise her 2 autistic kids, and money being tight and trying to provide a better living situation for them. And we know some things that she's gone through that we're not going to put out publicly unless she wants to do it at some point. She has an amazing attitude, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then another honorable mention is Ginny Ann, because she just popped on in here. And it has nothing to do with the money that you donated, Ginny Ann. That's much appreciated. But the fact that she came in here and she became a channel member before she even typed anything. And I'm like, who is this person, and where did they come from? Respectfully, Ginny Ann. And then she started chatting, and, the way that she found me through another video, and she's been just very, very nice, very open, not afraid to speak her mind and share her story.
There she is.
Oh, did you hear what I just said? Man, she'll probably hear it now. Autism mom of 2 is in that. She was probably listening and heard me talking about her. We were talking about you in a positive way, autism mom of 2. How are you doing?
Oh, you know what? And you're also, Sandra, you're also in the running.
Yes. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I mentioned my top 3 there, based on how often
I think we have to do like a top 5.
Well, then we'll be here all night, baby. But yeah, and here's the thing. This is the thing. It's all women that are in the running for this. And I'm a guy. Listen, I'm a fair person here, right? But guys,
yeah,
you gotta really change your shit attitudes. I'm not saying the guys that comment here have crappy attitudes. They don't. But a lot of guys that have come through my channel that get banned, they get banned for having crappy attitudes, right? But the women,
the ones we have are great.
Yeah, the women are destroying the men in the positivity challenge. And quite honestly, babe, I'm not surprised one bit, because the way this world has gone, and I really want to help men turn this around. A lot of our modern men just don't behave like men anymore. So
they're just bitter.
I vote for Holly, says Ginny Ann. I have a lot of awesome learning to do. It's everybody can learn. We learn too. I learn every day, Ginny, and so does my lady. But it's not about even learning. It's about being open to it. It's about just having a great attitude and getting along with people, and you definitely do that. I just got done with my son's homework, so I'm up late, says Autism Mama 2. Yeah, you're on the East Coast. It's 11:30 p.m. in your neck of the woods. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Sandra Palacios in the house. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Say hi to everyone, babe, because we're going to get back to that article in just a second. This is great.
No, I love to have all of these wonderful women here. All these wonderful, beautiful women, so supportive. I'm just so happy.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy as well. All right. All right. Let's, Ginny Ann says, oh, thank you. Debbie, that means so much to me. Or D, you can call her D. Her name isn't actually Debbie, but it may have come off like that. And that, to people out there that are trying to find her, her name is not Debbie. It's honestly not. That means so much to me. I really lost it all this last year, and I'm trying to find my place in the world again, and it all starts here, and so glad you are here. Yeah, absolutely. Angie C is here. I hope it's me. Wink, wink. Hey, Angie, how are you doing? Wow. This is great. Wonderful. People are popping in. All right, babe, let's get back to this article here that we've been going over.
Let's finish this guy up.
This guy? Oh, okay. It's a guy.
Well, the article.
All right. So, how to become more consistent? Because we've been talking tonight about the topic is be constantly and consistently nice, meaning be a positive person. Don't be, a walking doormat. Don't be a doormat or anything where people can step all over you. But when I say be constantly and consistently nice, I mean, have a positive attitude. We want to turn negative shit attitudes to positive and uplifting and spiritual and amazing attitudes.
Well, yeah, like it's when you go into the store, you go to the grocery store and you're checking out. You're just really nice to the checker. You're like, "Thank you, and I hope you have a great day." And, or if you're getting gas, like something like that. Like, you just have to be really consistent with your kindness out there. If you're out there getting fast food, whatever you're doing, just be nice to the people that are out there.
Yeah. It's more about being kind than being nice, because the word nice and being nice has a negative stigma where people take advantage of nice people. But be kind. Be a kind soul is what you're saying, right, baby?
Yes.
Is that a truth bomb? Say it, baby.
Yes. Oh, Jenny Ann, you don't have to apologize, hon.
Truth what, baby?
Truth bomb.
Baby, you got it, baby. You have a lot more energy than that.
I have to put more emphasis.
Yes. Truth what is it, baby?
Bomb.
Truth bomb. All right, enough of that. We've had enough fun with the soundboard tonight. The digital soundboard, that is. It's a button I click on the computer through the audio program I use. All right. How to become more consistent. I started this blog in order to help myself and others with greater purpose and meaning. Accomplishing this goal meant developing a consistent writing habit. To say this is a challenge would be a gross understatement. Even now, I struggle to write as regularly as I would like, but I have improved over time to take my writing habit to the next level. Well, this author here of this article has found a system that works for them. And that's all people have to do, baby, is find a system that works for them based on their time constraints and their energy and other things. And once you figure out... But
they're also being truthful with themselves.
Well, they're holding themselves what, baby?
Accountable.
Correct, right? They're holding themselves accountable, which is what many people have a problem with. And I'll tell you this, being self-employed, baby, I hold myself accountable each and every day. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to be self-employed. You cannot be successful being self-employed if you cannot hold your own self accountable, because no one else is going to do it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's continue. As I share my strategy for becoming a more consistent writer, think of how my story might apply to your own situation. Here are the steps. Number 1, be present. In the simplest terms, being present means being fully engaged in the task at hand. It means quieting our tendency to waste mental, spiritual, and emotional energy worrying about past or future things, none of which we have the ability to control. So the bottom line is, don't get wrapped up in things that are, a waste of your time. Like out here on YouTube, if you're trying to create positive content, don't get sucked into drama channels or other people's BS or drama. Ignore that and save your energy, save your mental, spiritual, and emotional energy for, your positive creations. Go ahead, baby. It sounds like you're ready to jump in. I love it. I can feel it. I can hear it.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I mean, I'm just going to jump into the chat there and comment on Autism Mom. Yes, pay it forward. Absolutely. I like to do that all the time. I can't even tell you how many times I've been in the line at Starbucks and I pay for the car behind me because I know in the long run, it's all going to come back to me in one day. You just got to be kind. And yes, Muse Lady, kind is a good word. Just be kind to people.
You remember back in the days where we would rent videos at the Warehouse or Blockbuster, and we would rent VHS? Yeah, or Blockbuster. Also, the Warehouse, you could rent them there, and other places too. But what would they say before you return the VHS tape? Be
kind and rewind.
Be kind, rewind. Big round of applause by Lady Gaga. Be kind, rewind. Now, these millennials probably have no clue what a VCR was. Maybe some of them do. Video cassette recorder. We didn't have these digital video recorders, and things weren't all digital back then. We had video cassette recorders with tapes, and we would have to rewind it. And you could hear that thing, right, baby? You could hear that in the next room. But the cool thing was when you would go to return the tape, if you didn't rewind it, they had these fast rewinders where they would just do it for you. But they would always say, be kind, rewind.
And rewind.
I would always rewind my tape because they would say if you don't rewind, they could charge you a fee, which they probably never did, but that was able to hold people accountable, and most people would rewind.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought of. Mused ladies in the house. Kind is a good word. Hi all. Hello, Mused lady. Welcome to the show. Let's continue, baby. Let's see here. As a writer, being present begins with minimizing distractions, like I was saying. Don't let people throw you off your game on YouTube, other social media platforms, or whatever you're trying to accomplish in the real world or in real life. This means waking up early before the rest of the household. It means staying away from the internet and putting away my phone or setting it to do not disturb. You do that all the time, baby. I'll let you respond in a second. But most importantly, it means quiet. It means quieting my mind. That says things like, what if nobody likes or reads this post? What if readers discover embarrassing spelling or grammatical errors? What if someone is offended by something I wrote? And that's why you've got to double, triple check things. And when you have that mindset, it's not a negative mindset. It's saying that I'm putting myself out there, but I want to put my best foot forward to produce the best possible whatever I'm trying to create. Instead of allowing these thoughts to stop me from writing that day, I quietly acknowledge them and let them go. And I sit down and write. What are your thoughts, baby, on be present?
Well,
you got to be present.
No, I totally love that because that's what I do. I sit down and I just write in my journal, and I just accept all of my thoughts, and but I understand, like, when I want to do this book, like, there's going to be some fears. Like, what if nobody wants this? What if, like, people reject this? What if I put all this time in for nothing? So, yeah, no, I totally get that.
Okay. Excellent. Let's continue here. Number 2, anticipate the dip. Most of us go into new endeavors believing that the path to our desired outcome is straightforward and clear. It's never straightforward and clear. The amazing thing is that we believe this even when we know better from past experience. In his book, The Dip, Seth Godin says that anything worth pursuing will have a messy middle. What makes the dip even more challenging is that it typically hits after a period of initial success. This serves as a natural barrier to separate the quitters from those who go on to experience extraordinary success. Quitting is not a bad thing in itself. In fact, the whole purpose of the book is to help the reader know what to quit so they can focus their efforts on things worth pursuing. By anticipating the dip, I was acknowledging that if I wanted to become a consistent writer, I would need to decide ahead of time what to do when it showed up. If the answer was I would quit, then you probably would not be reading this blog post today. Instead, I felt that my desired outcome and why my big why for writing would keep me going when times got tough. So far, so good. So basically, what the author is saying there is that, try things out. And
don't be afraid to walk away.
Don't be afraid to walk away from something you don't feel like doing anymore. So, people can question, Eli, you've been doing this coaching thing on YouTube for over 5 years, and you're nowhere near where you need to be. That's true, but I still have a passion and desire for it, and I'm not ready to quit. See, if I felt that, okay,
but
I've done this long enough.
Like you said, it took like 7 years for Coach Corey Wayne to start making anything.
And what's the only reason
You're
why
only 5
he made
years
it?
in.
Right. Why did he make it? Why did Coach Corey Wayne make it?
because
Because
he
he didn't
he
what?
was
He didn't
consistent in his
and he did
purpose.
and he didn't do what?
He didn't give up.
He
He
didn't give
didn't
up. He didn't
quit.
quit. He didn't quit because it was his purpose, right? So what they're
Yeah.
saying here is that typically people are going to quit doing things that they end up realizing are not in alignment with their purpose. So that way, the author's saying, when you figure out, something's not your purpose, you may want to quit it. And there's no problem doing that. So that way you can focus on what actually is your purpose that will get you where you want to get to. That's my take on number 2, anticipate the dip. Anything you want to add to that, baby? Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that's more targeted to the younger generation. And I'm not
Yeah.
going to say millennials or anything. I'm just going to say that the kids that are graduating from college or high school, that's the kind of message you want to give them, is kind of go out there, try a couple things, see, like, put your foot in the water and see what you really want to do, you know?
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to walk away from something if it doesn't feel right,
Yeah. I gotta
because
throw in some.
ultimately life, like, the the goal for life happiness is like, you don't want to work um and be unhappy. You want to go to work and be happy, you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. Baby, I got to mention something real quick about the YouTube monetization system. So, I've been kind of scrolling through to check the monetization status of the
Yeah.
stream. And for most of the stream, it was green, fully monetized. And then about 5 minutes ago, I refreshed. It went to yellow, not suitable for most advertisers. So in the middle of the stream, I submitted it for manual review. I refreshed 5 minutes later. It's back to green again. Now, I don't think YouTube manually reviewed it in the middle of the stream, but this is how weird this monetization system is. So I just thought I would throw that in
Wow,
there.
that's
It's just,
crazy.
well, and see, you can never catch this live unless you're on that screen on the back end and someone else is chatting
Yeah.
on your channel while you're looking into it. I do it because I try to learn everything about YouTube so I can answer even YouTube questions for people that are running YouTube as a business. Because if you have a monetized
Yeah.
channel, you're running it as a business. Bottom line. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Anything else, baby? Let's ready to continue because
No,
we got
that's
rock.
it for that one.
We got to rock and roll here. Rock and roll. Number 3,
Rock and roll,
uninspired.
baby.
Number 3, uninspired. Do it anyway. Here's an example of what it is like when I am trudging through the dip. Okay, what is that word? Trudging. Trudging. Trudging? Let me see. Trudge means to walk slowly and with heavy steps, typically because of exhaustion or harsh conditions. I've never heard of that word, baby. Have you? Tell me you haven't.
No, I have not.
Okay, I don't want to feel as stupid as I did because I mean, come on, who?
That might be a younger word.
Yeah, a millennial word, baby. And yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just love talking about millennials. I'm sorry. I'm obsessed with it, baby. You know that. But let's continue. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. After a few minutes of prayer and meditation, I sit at my computer to write. 30 minutes later, the page is still blank because I can't decide what to write about. I start surfing the web looking for anything that would spark an idea or inspire me. Well, I've done the same things, but I actually do get inspired after a while. Sometimes it takes time. Another 30 minutes pass. I'm still surfing the web and I haven't written a thing. This happened to me a lot in the beginning of my blogging journey. I would go for days like this with very little to show for the effort. Now, instead of waiting for inspiration or looking for it on the internet, before giving myself permission to write, I just write. Every single day. I've tried doing this before, but did not keep it up because if I did not reach 1,000 words a day, I would consider that effort a failure. Now I worry less about word count and more about developing a rhythm of writing daily. Sometimes it is 100 words. Sometimes it is 300 words. Sometimes it is 1,000. Some days I write complete nonsense. Other times I can write a post worthy of publishing in my mind in one sitting. In the end, the only thing that matters is that I write every single day, rain or shine. Uninspired, hit the gym anyway. Uninspired, kiss your spouse anyway. Uninspired, write that report anyway. Does this long enough do this long enough, and inspiration will come rushing in behind you and knock you off your feet. So basically, you know, uninspired, do it anyway, is meaning that, no matter how you're feeling on any given day,
Repetition.
no matter,
Repetition.
or in my case, baby, no matter what the weather, come rain, come shine, I'm still going to go and take a walk unless I am so busy with things, legitimately busy with things, with you, my mother, my brother, my family, or anything else, right? But I will never, ever, ever cancel a walk just because it's raining or it's too cold or too hot or whatever, right? And yeah, it is much more difficult to go and take walks to stay healthy and fit when the weather conditions aren't, perfect, right? 65 to 75 degrees, somewhere around there. But it's not always going to be that way. You have to learn to weather any storm and keep pushing forward. Like he said here, some days he feels like only writing 300 words. Some days it's 100, right? Some days he can write the full 1,000, right? But he does it anyway because, hey, maybe those days where you were only writing 100 words or 300 words, you can go back the next day and keep rereading what you wrote in those first 100 to 300 words and turn it into 1,000 words, right? What are your thoughts, babe?
Well, there are days that I will just journal 1 page. And then there are days that I'll journal 3 pages.
Yeah.
It all just depends on what's going on.
Right.
So I completely understand what he's saying about the writing down. And sometimes I do write down complete nonsense.
And
Like I'm
the truth,
sitting in there in my meetings and I'm just writing down, this is like ridiculous. Like I really don't want to be here because this guy over here is being, negative. And it's like it's not a positive writing, but it's how I feel at the time.
what's funny, babe, is that
Hmm.
what you and I may perceive as nonsense regarding ourselves and what we write or do may be gold to many other people. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is that, just because, we may not feel, what we write or say or do is worthy, many other people would see it as worthy. And we always sell
Yeah.
ourselves short. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. Just keep on pushing
Yeah.
forward, and find ways to motivate yourself. The way I motivate myself is, you know what? I just love helping people, whether I make money or not. Yes, I want and need to make money, of course. But whether I make money or not on any particular day, if I have a few days where we make nothing, it doesn't discourage me because the end result for me is to just put a smile on people's faces and help them feel better. That's it. That's what keeps me going. Come
Well,
rain, come
yeah.
shine, money or no money. That's what keeps me going. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. And I think that comes from my, nursing background. I've always wanted to help people from a young age. I've always had that mentality and I still do. And so I like now, even though I have not led the best life and I've messed up, my way to help people now is to share that story so that they don't make the same mistakes I did.
Right. Excellent, baby. Excellent. All right. It'll update on your screen in a few here. Are you able to see this on your screen, baby? Is it coming in pretty clear? Is it big enough?
Oh, yeah, it's clear right now.
Oh, okay. Good. Good. Let's get on to number 4. We've got 3 more to go. Go back to
Good
basics. In any
gosh.
what? Good gosh, what?
Mhm. No, go on.
It's a lot. We'll get through it. Go back to basics. Number 4, in any pursuit, most of us are eager to rush through the basics to get to the more exciting advanced stuff. But when we don't spend enough time mastering the fundamentals, we can easily become discouraged by advanced tactics and strategies. These things are undoubtedly important, but they can often distract us from the basic skills that must be mastered in order to gain traction and experience success. When it comes to blog writing, I go back to the basics regularly. How do I write a compelling headline or an opening that will draw the reader in, or good subheadings to make sure the reader keeps reading? Doing this allows me to continually hone my writing craft. The measurable progress I make keeps me inspired and keeps me writing. So let me share my thoughts about going back to basics, then we'll get yours, baby. Like I've mentioned many times, I watch Coach Corey Wayne religiously. I watch all his videos. He has great stories that are sent in by his viewers, and he has a great system. And what he preaches is completely 100% in alignment with what I teach and how I help people. And some of the problems, one of the main problems many of the men that follow him have are, Coach Corey Wayne says, read his book 10 to 15 times and, learn the fundamentals on how to keep a woman around, how to, handle and treat your lady, and what to do once you get into the relationship. Because a lot of these guys, what they'll do is they'll cherry pick through his videos and they'll learn pickup skills, right? And yes, you have to have pickup skills. As bad as it sounds, baby, I'm gonna go pick up a chick tonight, right? As bad as it sounds, even good guys like me, if I didn't have good pickup skills, I would have never had a chance with you, right? I had to learn how to approach you, ask you out, be a leader, say, hey, let's meet here, let's see how it goes. Those are pickup skills, right? So a lot of these guys, they cherry pick Coach Corey Wayne's videos. They learn and master pickup skills on how to get a date with a woman and how to go on a few dates and how to get laid and, this and that. But then it comes time, for the relationship to progress, and these guys are clueless. They try to lock the woman down when they. Go ahead, baby. What's this?
Oh no, I said ouch.
Oh, okay. So a lot of these guys that don't read his book and actually learn all the principles, besides the pickup skills, they try to lock the woman down after 2 to 3 weeks, and that's not the guy's job. The guy's job is to take the woman out, hang out, have fun, and hook up, right? And if the lady keeps coming around and enjoys your company, you enjoy hers, the sex is great, the emotional bond is there, you relate to a lot of things and you have fun, then the lady typically within 6 to 12 weeks, between a month and a half to 3 months, will come out and say, hey, how do you feel about me? I really like what's going on. How do you feel about this? I would love to make this official. And that's the woman's job, not the man's job. And so a lot of guys screw that up, because if a man tries to lock a woman down and she's not ready for it, it's going to be pretty much over. She's going to see that as a desperate and needy attempt to try to lock her down. You never try to lock a woman down. It's the woman's job to lock you down, right?
Yeah.
And again, I mentioned that because you got to go back to the basics in that situation. And people are just not reading the basics on how to keep the woman around. They're basically more focused on how to get the woman, how to get laid, and then they have no clue what to do afterwards, right? So what are your thoughts about, going back to go back to basics? Because
I think you nailed that right there. I really don't have anything else to add. Like, you nailed it.
Yeah, real quick, babe. He says in the first line here, in any pursuit, most of us are eager to rush through the basics to get to the more exciting advanced stuff. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
The advanced stuff doesn't matter or makes no sense unless you know the basics. You've got to learn the fundamentals, the basics. That's it. Go ahead.
Well, like, what did I say to you the other day is like in jobs, like,
Mm-hmm.
I believe like everybody needs to start at the bottom level. So, like, when you're young, if you want to get into the restaurant industry, you start as a dishwasher,
Mm-hmm.
then you move up to pantry, then you move up to grill, and then you're on the line. And that way you learn all of the basics. And then you
Mm-hmm.
get the advance at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything else, baby? Or should we move on?
Nope. Let's move.
Let's move on to number 5. Find an accountability partner. That's what you and I have found in each other. Let me tell you, folks,
Yeah.
one of the best accountability partners you can have is your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, or your wife. I'll hold you accountable, and you'll hold me accountable. We hold each other accountable, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's read what he says here. My wife loves my blog posts, not just because she's my wife. That's good. That's unbiased. That's the way it should be. And expects to
Hmm.
see them land in her email inbox every Thursday morning. She's holding you accountable, dude. Good. You got a good woman. If I don't produce, I'll need to explain to her why I didn't show up that particular week. Sounds like his wife is a tough cookie. See, for me,
Hmm.
baby, you never have to question me, or you never even have to hold me accountable on this, because I produce so much stuff all the time.
Well,
Sometimes
and you
some
and I speak every morning, and you tell me pretty much what's going on.
Mhm,
Like, you're like, oh, I'm going to do a walk around this time, and then I'm
mhm,
going to do a live around this time. So I already kind of know. And then when it comes out,
mhm.
you know, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Or you'll tell me, hey, I don't feel like doing a live tonight. I'm kind of tired. So I don't expect it.
Okay.
You're just like you and I, we just communicate very well.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. And communication is very, very important.
Yeah.
Communication is a huge part of accountability. And
Yeah.
see, for me as a man, I'm proactive in communicating with my lady. Most guys are not. So the lady has to reach out and constantly hold the man accountable. Just like this guy's wife.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be rude. I can kind of tell that his wife is at least um
She
at
wears the
the
pants.
that's what I was thinking. They're at least at equal level of wearing the pants, or she's got a little bit more of the pants wearing going on. Uh, if I don't produce, I'll need to explain to her why I didn't show up that particular week. Yeah, it sounds like, man, you just don't want to deal with that, or you're afraid of having to answer the wrong way to your wife. That's yeah. I mean, I'm
But
not
then
trying to be
he
mean.
says I am accountable to her and every other regular
Re,
reader who
who
expects me
ex-
to deliver a post every week.
and you missed the first part. Okay, it's not that dramatic, but in a way, I am accountable to her and every other regular reader who expects me. I think he left an S out there, to deliver a post every week. Yeah, no, and furthermore, baby, you don't need to broadcast your intentions to the whole world to be accountable. Select one or two trusted friends to share your goal, give them your timeline, and ask them to hold you accountable. This can be a real game changer. Yeah, so for me,
Same. Like
uh,
I do that with you.
yes,
Like, I'm like,
but
baby,
go ahead. Yeah,
come on, let's go.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
let's do this. And I usually only do that when I'm at home with you.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
that's, I'm the accountable partner that's trying to get you on there, and we're doing our show and saying, hey, let's get there on time. And that's my job.
No, absolutely, baby. Absolutely. For me, I've always been, well, not always, but as I've gotten older, I've become extremely self-motivated, and I hold myself accountable for everything. Now, granted, yes, I still love having a woman in my life to enjoy life with, but to also further hold me accountable on other things that I may lose focus of, because sometimes I get a little too focused on my purpose, which is my business out here and being a coach. So I do appreciate that. So let's continue here. We got
and it says select one or two trusted friends. Well, you have me and you have your mother.
absolutely.
And
my
I'm
brother.
not trying to throw that out like to be like, but she has your back.
Oh yes,
You know?
I know. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
coming from a Greek family, a Greek mama doesn't let her son stray too far. You know?
Yeah. No, amen. Out of the shadows with Ginger says, my husband will tell you he wears the pants in the family. I just pick them out and tell him which pair to wear.
Oh, that is hysterical.
Big round of applause. No, Ginger is a strong lady, and I bet her husband's a real strong guy too. And you know, he knows how to communicate with Ginger and handle Ginger. And I say to handle Ginger, you know, in a respectful way. But, you know, when you have a strong woman like Ginger, it takes a strong man, you know, to be compatible.
Just like you and I.
Right. Because if not, you know, women will lose respect in a man that they feel they can dominate. Women do not want to dominate their man. They want to be playfully dominated by their man, not be the one dominating them. I mean, every now and then you know, if you're in the bedroom and your woman wants to dominate you for, you know, half the time or a third of the time, I don't have a problem with that. But yeah. Besides that, you know,
let's move on.
Oh, you see, it's all good. I'm not fazed by it. I love you, baby. All right. Last but not, yeah, me too. I mean it. Number 6, forgive yourself and move on. This one is so important because we often beat ourselves up when we fail to follow through on our plan. Some resist setting goals and making plans to avoid this unpleasant experience altogether. But instead of avoiding this reality, understand that it is simply part of the game. For instance, as I mentioned above, my goal is to write at least 100 words every single day. The bragging rights alone is a powerful motivator to nail this goal 100% of the time, but I don't. I miss days here and there when life happens. Hey, same thing with me. I miss my walks. I mean, I go weeks doing them 5 to 6 days a week. Then every now and then I have a week where I can only do 3 or 4, sometimes 2 or 3. But I get back on track as soon as I can. And if I do miss one, it's because life happens and it's really honestly out of my control. I couldn't do a walking stream today. I was spending time with my lady, and you know, I made the effort to go and spend time with her because she had to be out of her place for a while. So anyway, let's see. I used to beat myself up over those missed days. Same here. Now I just say, okay, you missed a day of writing. Start writing again tomorrow. And that's all you have to do. If you miss a day or two because life happens, you got to hold yourself accountable and say, I'm going to get back on track. My time is going to loosen up a bit. Tomorrow I'll have more free time. I'm going to get right back on track, but you better get out there and do your thing. If I happen to have 10 minutes to spare in that moment, I open up my laptop and begin writing. Excellent. In the past, missing a day of writing could demotivate me to the point where I wouldn't write for 3 or 4 days. I was effectively punishing myself for missing the first day by missing even more days. It made no sense. Forgiving myself and moving on allows me to recover from setbacks faster than before. And that comes with experience, time, and longevity of your experience and age. As you get older, you learn to forgive yourself a lot more quickly because as you get older, you have less time, less life left. I'm not saying you're not full of life, but as you get older, you're like, shit, I'm 48, almost 49 years old. Like, I don't have time, for example, I know it's not going to happen, babe. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Like, let's say things didn't work out, and it will, trust me. My woman doesn't like to hear these
I
examples,
know.
but if things didn't work out, it wouldn't be like when my first girlfriend split up with me, where it took a year or two to get back on that horse. At this point right now, it'd take a month or two or three and then get right back out there because I'm older. I have, less years to live and I don't want to waste time. But I'm not going to have to worry about that because we're going to be together. I'm just saying, in that example for other people, as or when you're younger, what's going on?
Nothing.
What's
Just
going
the
on?
dogs. Just the
Oh,
dogs.
okay. Oh, good. They're good. Okay. When you're younger and you're inexperienced, it's going to be harder to forgive yourself on these things. But as you get older and you've been through it, you start to realize your time is valuable and important, and you're going to forgive yourself quicker, and then get back on that horse again and move on. What are your thoughts, baby, on number 6? Forgive yourself and move on.
Yeah. I think you should forgive yourself for what you are not doing and moving on, as far as if you don't write those 100 words, or if you don't go out and walk those 4 miles, or whatever it is. um but yeah, I think forgiving yourself is the best thing, and that's something that um we've really touched on in AA, and that's a way to just move forward in
Mm-hmm.
our recovery, is that you have to forgive everything that you've done before, and just do better, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, absolutely, baby. Absolutely. It sounds like you're uh, right in alignment, and that's why you and I get along because we're in alignment. We're not going to agree on everything, but for the most part, we have the same belief system. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's important. That's important. You want to associate with people that have a similar belief system as you do. You don't have to agree on everything, but if you know, are going to associate with someone that you want to work with personally, or you want to get with, that you want to work with professionally or get with personally, I think it's very important to look at their belief system and do they have morals, values, and ethics? And both my lady and I do. All right, last part here, baby. Find joy in the process. Are you ready to start making traction in your endeavors? Absolutely. Be consistent, be present, expect hardships, and do the work. Take your health, take your health, your relationships, your career to the next level, and enjoy the ride on your way there. I could not have ended on a better note. This was very well written, baby. What are your thoughts? Final
Yes,
thoughts
it
on that?
was. No,
Anything
it
else?
was.
Hmm.
No, I really don't. That was a really good way to end that.
Okay. Well, baby, let's go ahead and go back to full screen. Check out the chat one last time. Then we're going to wrap this baby up, and we will have our evening nightcap phone call before we tune out for the night and get some rest. Let's go back to
All
full
right.
screen here. And out of the, excuse me a second there. Out of the Shadows with Ginger says, yes, he is very strong and confident. Awesome. Awesome. That's why it works. That
That's
is
the
awesome.
best guy you can have.
Yep. And that's why your marriage has lasted so long, because you've never lost respect for him. I'm sure you've had your moments, all couples do, but it's about mutual respect. You respect him for the strong, confident man he is. He's probably a good guy with a big heart too. But, hey, sometimes women, get a little out of line, and, you need your man to, put you back in your place, politely, figuratively speaking, you know what I mean? And on the flip side, you do the same thing to me, babe. And I was just going to say that before
Yeah.
you jump in and bite my head off. Go ahead. I know what you're going to
No,
say.
I wasn't. I was actually not going to bite your head off. I was actually going to say that I actually respect the fact that, I've been in relationships where when I get out of line or I'm acting up, like the men in my life before would react. You just say, hey, baby, you're being a little ridiculous. Let's talk about this. And when you do that, it calms me down and we never fight. We've never had a fight in 15 months. And
I've called
that's
you out
what's
on your
amazing.
I've called you out on your shit, but I've done it in a respectful and mature way, in a
Well, yeah,
loving
that's what I'm
and
saying
dominant,
is like,
caring way.
yeah, I'm saying like when I get out of line, the other guys would have started a fight with me. But you literally just say, "Hey, baby, you're being
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous."
Oh, and
You
you are,
know?
but I'm ridiculous at times too, though, baby, and you need to call
Oh
me out too,
yeah,
and you
no, and
have.
I've told you. What
Yeah,
happened just now?
Jenny Ann with a
What
$4
happened?
super sticker. What do you mean? What happened?
Thank you.
And you can't see that on your screen because sometimes the super stickers are like blurry on the screen. But
Yeah, I just
yeah,
see
you can.
coffee popping up.
Yeah, well, yeah. For some reason, the super stickers on the chat I display on the screen here, it doesn't come out as clear, but you can still see it in the chat. And we want to thank Jenny Ann for another $4 super sticker there. She says, "For
Thank you
D,
so
so
much.
great to meet you, my new friend. You are a special person. Have a Starbucks on me." Jenny, thank you so much.
Oh,
That's
you're
so kind of you,
wonderful,
Jenny Ann.
Jenny. Oh, thank you. You're a beautiful person. I really appreciate that. I'm very,
Yeah.
very grateful to have you as a friend as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you again, Ginny Ann. You're amazing, and like we tell everyone that donates, you folks mean a lot more to us. Besides donating the money, we just love you for who you are. Out of the Shadows with Ginger says, "I will baby him." She's talking about her husband, and yes, he knows when to rein me in. That's good.
Yep.
I love that. Respect that. Big round of applause to you and your husband, Ginger. Ginger, no disrespect, but and I'm not saying you've ever done this. I'm sure you haven't. It's just you haven't. Your name is cool. It's like a stripper name almost. Like, and the lovely Ginger is on the stage right now, and guys, let's get those dollar bills out, right?
Sweetie.
I'm just having fun, baby. It's all good. No, it's a nice name. It's a nice name. It
Yes,
is.
it is. Well, yes, it is.
No disrespect. We're just having fun.
It's not like
You're
her name is
welcome.
Candy.
Candy is a definite stripper name. That's a fake name, Candy. Well,
Or
actually, some women.
Cinnamon.
Actually, baby, There used to be a guy on the Giants called Candy Maldonado. I'm sure you remember him.
Candy Maldonado,
like
yeah.
The guy's name was Candy Maldonado. That's a long time ago. Anyway, baby, yep. Day 12 of the 30-day positivity challenge, the life-changing positivity challenge, is in the books. We've been talking about be constantly and consistently nice. Another great show. I'm really glad you were able to join me here tonight, babe, and join us here.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts before we go off the air, baby?
Just that I am just so thankful that we have this positive show going on and such wonderful people. Jenny Ann, thank you so much. Mm-hmm. You're a wonderful, wonderful woman. Ginger, Holly, Tam Tam, who else? God, I'm forgetting who else was here.
Too many to mention, but we love them all. We love everybody.
Oh God, I love you all. I know. I'm sorry. It's getting late for me. And but I love you all, and you're all beautiful. And I'm just so appreciative of all of your support.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, baby, I have nothing more to add. I'm ready to rock and roll out of here. And want to thank you again for being here. Thank you, Ginny Ann, again for all your contributions to the channel, your $4 super sticker. I don't mind. I have a great sense of humor. I'm glad you do, because I'm in love with my microphone, and my lady knows that, Ginger. And this is like, it's a Shure SM7B. I'm sure you've seen other creators use this microphone. It's not a cheap mic, and I'm not trying to show off, but it has the very bassy radio style. It's like a DJ microphone too. It's like, hey, the lovely Candy is coming up on stage next. And guys, if you need to replenish your funds, we have an ATM at every exit or at every corner of the building or whatever. You know how those guys talk, right? The strip club DJs, right? They try to motivate you to spend your money, right? But anyway, baby, thank you for being here. I'm going to shut things down. Give me about 20 minutes or so, babe, or less. I'll shut everything down, then we'll talk briefly before bed.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. That says it all. All right, baby. Talk to you in about 20 minutes. Say goodbye to everyone, baby. Say goodbye. You're famous. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, babe. All right. That was my lady, and that's the end of the show. Thank you again to everyone for being here. Have a great one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.